Hello everyone, welcome back to what is the final race of the 25th season of Apex Online Racing. I am Benikage with you, and it is great to bring you the final race at Interlagos here. Taking a look at the standings for our leagues, we've got Tier 1 F1 Racer. He locked up the championship after France, after Paul Ricard. He is right now currently 164 points ahead of second place Armate with just one race to go. So Armate is in second, and he's also locked in for second place. His win in China at the Shanghai International Circuit, his second of the season, and also his sixth podium of the season. I beg your pardon, seventh podium of the season. That locks him in for second place. So wonderful stuff from the Hungarian driver who finishes in second. Jim Pasti, who locked in just his fifth podium of the season in at Shanghai, I should say, in third place, is going to leapfrog Max Duca for third place. He is 3 points ahead. He's looking to maintain that spot ahead of Max Duca in today's race. Max is, like I said, 3 points behind with a sixth place finish at Shanghai. He is just 3 points ahead of Solid Ninja Snake, who did one better than him at Shanghai. And then, of course, Molchian, who did not finish in the points in the last race, is in sixth. He's dropped a position. He is 10 points back of Solid Ninja Snake in fifth. Fire Dolphin did not show last week. He is still in seventh. He has had 2 wins in 2 second places, as well as 2 other points-paying positions. He's currently in seventh. And Iga, who has finished in the points in every race but 3 so far this season. Actually, he's finished in the race. He's finished in the points, I should say, in every race but 2. And that is Silverstone and Spa-Francorchamps. He finished in 11th in the sprint at Carlos Pace, or I'm sorry, not Carlos Pace. This is Carlos Pace. In Mexico. I want to say it's something Rodriguez. I can't remember off the top of my head. I'm having a senior moment. But he finished in the points in every race but 2. He is currently in 8th place, 23 points ahead of Phoenix, who is doing well himself. He got another points-paying position in Shanghai. It's his 5th consecutive points-paying position and 6 of the last 8 after a slow start to the season. Phoenix really turning it on. He is currently in 9th. So, Persegili as well in 10th position. He was a late join to the league. He's had 2 podiums. He's had a DNF. He's had 2 fourth-place finishes, so he's up into 10th. Phoenix will try to hold on to his 9th place from there. Really try to hold on to his top 10 position, because Vaga, who hasn't shown in a while, is currently in 11th, and then it's Trokyo, who also hasn't shown in a while. So there's an opportunity here for Phoenix to hold on to top 10, given that they are probably going to continue their streaks of do not shows. River Sean did not finish in his 3rd consecutive race. He's down in 13th, 9 points back of Trokyo. And then it's Super Jesse with 3 consecutive points paying positions, and 5 of the last 6. I should say. So he's collected some points pretty consistently. At a 4th place at the start of the season. That was over in Monaco. And then from there, just picking up points left and right. Little tallies, little adds to the total for Super Jesse. He's down at 14th currently, just 2 points back of Rivershot. Tash did not show. He is going to be on 32 points. Probably not expecting him tonight, neither with Gabs as well. As those 2 drivers seem to really have just kind of left after everything. So it is 32 points for Tash, 28 for Gabs. Broken Hypocrite is no longer in the league. He is down, and he's going to finish on 18 points. Nico is also on 18 points. He had a podium in 2nd place to give him his 18. That was his only race so far this season. Lucio was his only race. Puts him down in 19th. Armin Teleki with 3 points paying positions of his 4 starts. And it is 13 points for him. He's down in P20. Tudor is down in P21. Alinta is down in P22 after picking up a single point in Saudi Arabia. And then Pedro picked up a single point, his first point of the season, his first 2 points of the season, Pedro, after a lot of DNFs to come through and finally get in the points. He is up to 23rd. Chutski's Beard did not show. He's had 1 point this season. He's in 24th. And then, of course, there's Jay Repo and Andre Ivan. Andre Ivan moving into the lower league. So, Constructors Championship. Scuderia Ferrari lead the way. McLaren are 62 points back. And then it is Scuderia Ferrari pretty much is F1 racer. He scored 317 out of 324 points. So even if you take the 7 points away, he alone is good enough to keep Scuderia Ferrari in the top spot. McLaren are pressuring now, but I don't think I think at this rate there's nothing that can be done to catch Scuderia Ferrari. They win the constructors as well off the back of F1 racer. Red Bull Racing are 48 points back of McLaren. Haas 80 points back of Red Bull Racing. So Haas cannot catch Red Bull. They will be a highest fourth, but they do have pressure behind them. AlphaTauri is 7 points back, and Alpine is tied with the Red Bull sister team on 127, just 3 ahead collectively of Mercedes, who are in 7th right now. And then, of course, we've got Williams, who are in 8th place, as it is 6 points back for them. Aston Martin are in 9th, and then Alfa Romeo are at the bottom. Tier 2, let's go to the individual for Tier 2. Bocce Lightyear, podiums all across the board. He has won the title for Tier 2 over J-Trey, 101 points the gap. J-Trey cannot be caught by Dr. Carter, who picked up his first race win of the season in Shanghai last weekend. So congratulations to Dr. Carter. After 5 podiums, he's finally on the top spot. So nicely done from him. In the Alpine, Rich is going to finish. He finished outside the points for the first time this season, bar the 2 DNFs. And in China, but he is still in 4th place. He cannot catch Dr. Carter ahead of him, and he is trying to remain ahead of Joker, who picked up just his 2nd podium of the season in Shanghai, a 2nd place. That puts him just 6 points back. Andre Ivan, who moved down from the top league, finished in 5th. It's another points bank position. He has only failed to finish in the points twice, where he has DNF'd, one at Jeddah, the other at Zandvoort. So he is up a position into 6th place, leading Dimitri is my fave by 8 points, who does not. He's no longer in the league, so he won't be caught by Dimitri. He is 15 points ahead of Silent Bob, who finished in 7th at Shanghai. Michael Goodrum is in P9. He could not start last weekend. He's got 2 podiums to his name. He's probably looking to add some more points to his tally before the season's done. Trying to stay ahead of Bankai, who could not show for the last 2 races. Bankai on 57. Finger Pilot is on 47 with 11 points. He picked up a solid chunk of points in his previous race at Shanghai with a 6th place finish, more so than Kraggles, who picked up only 4. Kraggles up to 12th. He's leapfrogged by Finger Pilot as well. So Kraggles trying to gain that 11th position back if he could. Also has a chance to get up into the top 10 if he can finish high up in the race here at Interlagos. Aurelius Michelius, it could not start in the last race, so he is down into 13th on 41 points. LSD is in 14th. Villarcello could not start. He stays 15th on 24 points, and that's Masteo, who did not finish in 16th. Dank, he did not finish in the points either, and he is going to be in 17th on 22 points. Wobbuffet did finish with a great 4th place, his biggest points haul this season so far in Shanghai. He's up to 21 points in 18th. Ahead of Leapfrog Arfa, who left the league. Hans Mo is down into 8th after he DNF'd at China. So only the 3rd place podium is his only points of the season, it looks like. And that's in the sprint race. So Philip also on 8 points with a 9th place finish. He's in 21st. Call Me Magic picked up his first point of the season in Shanghai. He is on 1 point. That gets him 22nd. And then it's Magda, IndyCheck, and Crackshot all at the bottom. The constructors finally. Red Bull Racing at the top. They are uncatchable. Mercedes, 261 points back. That is 228 points for them. They are only 22 ahead of Alpine, who are looking to chase them down for that 2nd spot before season's end. McLaren are 59 back. They cannot catch Alpine. And they are only 29 ahead of Williams. We'll have to have a monster result with a little bit of help. Maybe for some McLaren misfortunes to try and catch McLaren. 16 points back from them is Aston Martin, and another 16 points back is the Red Bull sister team of AlphaTauri. The Ferrari sister team of AlphaTauri, I believe, as well. And then it is 15 points back to Ferrari itself. 29 back is Haas. Alfa Romeo is at the bottom on 26 points, 16 points out. We are ready to go racing. And what is going to be the final broadcast of the season. Qualifying already underway. Let's get the spectator menu up. So beg your pardon while we look, and let's get all the information that you want up. So who is going to be coming around first? It looks like it's a McLaren. It's Rivershawn. Rivershawn will have the opening lap. Oh, not going to be Rivershawn. It's actually going to be maybe F1 Racer. No. Super Jesse will have the first flying lap. So Super Jesse start his flying lap. The first flying lap here at Interlagos. Very tricky course. The Senna S is very difficult. Elevation change hard to deal with as well. Can leave things really, it's just a challenging set of corners as we go into this really technical second sector here. For Super Jesse. A lot of these corners will want to leave you want to leave the accelerator kind of open a little bit. But they tend to tighten up on you, these corners, as you go through them, especially the second right-hander here. And Super Jesse looks to have a pretty decent lap ongoing here. He's got a Red Bull in front of him he's going to have to be careful of. Going to have to get out of his way, but Red Bull's finally up to speed here, ready to start his flying lap. Super Jesse coming around. What is going to be the first time on the board? Super Jesse puts down. What is he going to put down? It's going to be a 108. Looks like 108.4. Not bad overall. We'll see if Rivershawn can better it. It doesn't look like it. It'll be a 109.2 for Rivershawn. McLaren coming across the line. Taking a look at that. That's solid Ninja Snake. 109.1. We got a Red Bull coming across the line. It's going to be Pasti. And he is going to land a 107.6. That is pole for him. For right now, at least. Provisional pole, we should say. The Haas just started its flying lap. I believe Matthias Brockton came across 109.7. And F1 Racer 107.8. So Pasti holds off F1 Racer's initial lap time, the championship leader. Pedro will start his out lap, and now over to our mate, who's just finishing his flying lap. And our mate is going to best F1 Racer as well. 107.7 from our mate. There is a AlphaTauri, I believe that's Phoenix coming across the line. 108.5 for him. Good for P5th. As we have a little slow down there to let the, I believe that is going to be Pedro through. No, it's not Pedro. Who is, oh, it's an in-lap. It's a little bit awkward. Duke has got to get up to speed here. Duke goes a 131.7, so his lap was kind of ruined, so he pulled out of the lap. Same with Mulchin, who put in a 127.3. So those two are just getting time on the board. They'll be coming back in for an in-lap and a second go. Hope everyone's excited for F1 23. I am. Into pits goes Fire Dolphin. Be careful here. Be a tricky pit lane. Is that Pasti has gone for another lap? Pasti's going for another flying lap. So doesn't best his 107.6. Now who else is on track? Perseguili's on track. That's certainly a name to watch. We saw him at Paul Ricard the last time we broadcasted. Apologies for the last two races. I was double booked for the first weekend and then out of town on holiday, as it's called in the UK, vacation here for the second. Perseguili on his flying lap. He's going to be one to watch. We're going to stay with him here. Fire Dolphin and Iga, the only ones that haven't otherwise put down times. They're both still in the pits. Lovely stick of that turn from Perseguili in the AlphaTauri. And now trying to come around here. Goes very wide. Oh, he's lost it. Oh, he spun it and he slammed the wall. And he's going to have to go into the pits. So Persegili's not going to abandon the lap. Persegili's just going to keep going. It's not going to be great. It's going to be a 1:11.8. The slower laps from Matthias Brockton and Mulchian have been improved upon. Mulchian did, I'm sorry, it was Max Duca and Mulchian. Mulchian did the 1:08 flat. Max Duca with the 1:08.7. So Fire Dolphin now on his out lap. Patsy's done 3 laps on these softs, man. That's interesting. He's going to have to hope he improves that 1:07.6 to get fresh. Unless it's a rain in the forecast. Then I understand it. If it's rain in the forecast, I would get it. We don't know what the forecast entails. We do know that Pedro has also run a few laps. There's quite a few cars here who have run 2 or 3 laps on their tires. So my anticipation is that there will be rain during the race because of this information. We'll see if that's the case. Solid Ninja Snake with a 1:09.1. He's looking to improve. He's on his flying lap now. There is a Haas in front of him. That is Fire Dolphin as well. So it is Fire Dolphin, and then it is Solid Ninja Snake. You've got 2 Ferraris, I believe, coming across the line now. One might be Pedro. Pedro, does he go quicker? He does go a little bit better, 1:07.9. It's not really a great corner from Fire Dolphin. It's tough there. He's got the McLaren of Solid Ninja Snake behind him. There is going to be, I believe, Rivershawn coming across the line as well, unless he's diving into the pits. Rivershawn looks like he's going across, and he's going to improve his time to 1:08.2. We're staying with Fire Dolphin for now. Fire Dolphin 1:07.7. A big improvement for Fire Dolphin, up into P2 off the back of that lap. Very nicely done. Let's get over to Solid Ninja Snake, by the way, who's just come across the line, 1:08.4. So he does improve his time, Solid Ninja Snake, and he improves it up into P8. So solid stuff from Solid Ninja Snake. I believe Pedro's coming. It's not Pedro. That might be Matthias Brockton? Yes, who's just come across the line, 1:13.8. He does not improve his time. And there is, I believe now, Pedro, who is coming across. Pedro might be dipping into the pits, and it looks like, yes, he is actually going to dip into the pits. That leaves us with Rivershawn, and ahead of him, Iga, who just starts his out lap. Iga, the last car to not set a time. He is now on his hot lap. F1 racer behind him has just started the... Oh, no, he spun it. Iga spun it. Coming around that S, that Senna S, that's very difficult. Max Duca right behind him. It's Duca, and then in front of him is actually F1 racer, so certainly some 2 cars to watch. I believe Mulchian is about to cross the line. Pasti just didn't improve his time. He's on his flying lap, actually. Beg your pardon. So now across the line, Mulchian, he does improve to a 1:08 flat. Still P6. Right behind him, I believe, is Super Jesse. No, it's not Super Jesse. Is it F1 racer? No. Might be Matthias Brockton, who doesn't improve. So now it is F1 racer, and then followed by, I believe, now it's going to be Max Duca behind him. So F1 racer coming up to the line. Very tricky to take that corner, that pit lane, and F1 racer plants it on pole. 1:07.4. Duca improves to a 1:08.2. I got 1:24.6. He's going to have a second go. And our mate, pressure now on him. He's got to find a 10th. It is a 10th. That's the difference after our mate improves from a 1:07.6 to 1:07.5. Pasty, though, goes across. He's got the pole by 9/1000ths of a second. Pasty has bested F1 Racer's time, and it's the Red Bull on provisional pole. 7 minutes to go here in qualifying. Persegili on the track. That's the one to watch. He is on the flying lap. He is coming across. He's taking the wider line. And he gets a 1:11.8. Improves his time, but not by much. He's still down there in 13th place. Question is, oh, Iga's invalidated his lap. Wow. Rivershawn just starting his. He's on fresh softs. A lot of drivers coming into the pits now. There's an AlphaTauri. I believe that's Phoenix going across the line to a 1:08.5. He doesn't improve his time. 1.1 seconds separates first pole from 11th. So pretty tight here overall. Duca coming into the pits. He's got, I believe, a Ferrari driver behind him. That might be Matthias Brockton, one of the two. There's not a lot of cars on track now. Who is on track? Mulchian coming across the line. He's going to go for a hot lap. He's going to go for a 1:07.8. Mulchian's up to P5. That is a 1:07.8. He's got the AlphaTauri behind him, not Phoenix, but Persegili going for another lap. 1:08.6. Good enough for P12. 1.2 seconds now separating first from 12th. You've got a McLaren coming across the line. That's Rivershawn. Where's Rivershawn? Rivershawn's coming into the pits despite not putting a lap on his tires. And now it's on Phoenix. Coming across the line, 1:08.4. That's good enough for P10. So Phoenix improving a little bit. McLaren coming across the line. That's Solid Ninja Snake, 1:08.2 for Solid Ninja Snake. He's up to P7. Now then, Mulchian on track. Is he going to do another hot lap? Is he going to call into the pits is the question. He's done 2 on these tires already. And he's gonna pull it into the pits. That leaves the Haas behind him, a Fire Dolphin, who invalidated his lap, but he's going to go across again. It was a 1:07.7 from him, 7:20 from him that he's got to try and improve. There's tires. Up to speed. Matthias Brockton behind him. He just started a flying lap. You've got, I believe, Iga, who is coming across the line now to start his flying lap. Very tight turn there. That left-right combo really difficult. As well as this right-hander, the back end really just wants to step out. You got to push the car as far right as you can in order to really try and take as much as you can of the next turn, much speed as you can through the next turn. So far, Fire Dolphin looking all right here. He's trying to just dial it in. 1:07.4. It's pole by 1/100th of a second for Fire Dolphin in the Haas. He improves on his time remarkably. Fire Dolphin has the pole. Super Jesse now. He started his flying lap. And Pasty's in between the now provisional pole of Fire Dolphin and Super Jesse. I believe Matthias Brockton might be just behind them. Iga just came across the line. He got a 1:08.1. 1 second separates first from 13th. Only 1.4, or 1.2, I should say, separates the entire field. The track short enough and quick enough that literally the slightest of mistakes will make the difference. But what a solid lap from Fire Dolphin right now. He's on pole. 2.5 minutes left in the qualifying session. And into the pits goes Fire Dolphin. He might have time to get new tires on, get one more lap in. Certainly a lot are going to be coming out of the pit shortly. Passing across the line, 109.5. He does not improve. Let's go over to Super Jesse right behind him. Super Jesse's not going to improve. 113.5. Lost a lot of time there. That is going to put us on to Phoenix, I believe, who is the next. Fire Dolphin has retired from the session. Phoenix coming across the line. He's not going to improve. This is a slow lap from Phoenix. He's going to have another go, and he's only going to have one more opportunity, Phoenix. 108.413, his best time right now. Behind him is the other Red Bull in Mulchian. Coming across the line now is going to be, I believe that's Iga. He's got an invalidated lap, so he will start again. Next to come across the line will be Pasty. Purple in Sector 2. Pasty coming for pole. Can Fire it off and hold on, or will Pasty nail this final sector? DRS open. He takes a very big cut through the pit lane, and does he get it? Yes, he does. He improves by 0.07 of a second. Pasty's got provisional pole. But F1 Racer lurking in the wings. He's got a 51 for his second sector time. Pasty was in the 50s. Does he get it? No, it's a slow lap. It's a 107. He's got time for one more here, F1 Racer. Run these tires. Coming across the line now. Who is that? Is that going to be Phoenix coming across the line? Yes. Super Jesse's retired. He's done. 108.2 will be his time. Phoenix on a 108.4. Now you've got Solid Ninja Snake coming across the line. He improves to a 108.2, but it's not enough to get him out of 8th position. There is a McLaren coming into the pits. That is Iga. Certainly that is retirement for him as well. He is done. And across the line now with the two Alpha Tauris. Phoenix and Perseguri, 108.4, 108.6. Sorry, it's an Alpha Tauri and a Red Bull that crossed the line. McLaren coming up. It's our mate. What can he do? 51 flat for his Sector 2 time. Can he come across the line? He comes across the line at 107.5. That's the checkered flag for him. P4 right now. In the pits is Pasty. He will retire. 107.3 might be good enough for pole here. Coming across the line is F1 Racer. We'll see if he can better it. 107.401. 7 thousandths of a second separate Pasty from F1 Racer. Pasty has the pole right now. It is still, there are still cars on track. It is Solid Ninja Snake to come across the line. Does he dive into the pits? I don't think so. He comes across. What is he going to be able to get? 108.1. He improves, but not enough to get him out of 8th. He's actually pipped by Duca behind him, who goes 7th on a 108.1 himself. So Solid Ninja Snake now pipped again by Persegili, who finishes P7. And that means that the field is in. It is Pasty on pole with F1 Racer 2nd, Fire Dolphin 3rd, our mate will be 4th, Mulchian 5th, Pedro will be in 6th, Persegili 7th, Max Duca 8th, Iga will finish 9th, Solid Ninja Snake is in 10th, Rivershawn 11th, Super Jesse 12th, Matthias Brockton in 13th, and Phoenix at the bottom in P14. Really 1 point. I mean, it's just 1.019 seconds separates pole from Phoenix at the bottom. Literally less than 1.1 seconds. A very tight qualifying session, but it is Pasty on pole by 7 1,000ths of a second. That is insane. Well done to Pasty. The Spanish driver picking up a big pole here in Interlagos. Fire Dolphin just 6 100ths of a second as well off of F1 Racer. Should be a good one as we get ready for the race. Well, our Our pre-race thoughts were correct. It's raining in Interlagos. It's going to be quite a treacherous race. Rain at Interlagos. Should make for an interesting one. First turn, oh man, that first Senna S is going to be really, really difficult. It has to be said. And so formation lap underway. Wets, it's the full wets too. Wow. This is going to be a wild one. We'll see how this one goes. Here's your pit stop strategy. Wets and more wets. Certainly if the whole race remains wet, it should be literally just a one stop, I think. But cars will line up here after the formation lap. As the last one gets set in the box, we are ready to go. 2 lights, 3 lights, and 4. And we're underway here at Interlagos. Pasti gets off well, but F1 Racer pressuring on the inside. Pasti will have it going down into turn number 1, though. F1 Racer, look at this through the field. Let's go back a little bit in the field. The McLaren trying to pressure the Haas of Fire Dolphin, but he maintains third. Oh, and there's a front wing piece that goes off. He runs wide, and the Red Bull cannot stop in time in the wet weather. That's going to be a damaged front wing. And now our mate immediately down into P7 off the back of that Red Bull. Oh, there's a spin. There's a big collision. 3 cars spinning. The McLaren, the Alpine, and the... Is that the Haas? No, it's the Alpine and maybe an Alfa Romeo, but quite a bit of an incident in the back. As cars spinning wet and wild. Well, the Red Bull of Mulchin got very loose here, and now being pressured by Super Jesse. You might want to take the position here. Here they come down through the turn. And it is absolutely, it's going to be Super Jesse trying to pressure Mulchin up the inside. Nice take from Super Jesse up into P6. The switchback, oh, he's got loose, and that's going to give Mulchin the potential to get back the position, trying to go up on the inside. Pasti will set the fastest lap. Duca out of the session. And pulling into the pits is Mulchin. He's got the damaged wing. The flags are out in all 3 sets. That is the safety car. The safety car has been deployed. Duca has crashed, and we have our first safety car of the afternoon. Duca will pit for the new wing. The safety car is going to come out pretty much right where Pedro and Matthias Brockton are. Will allow him to pass. So only Mulchin now behind the safety car, but we've got a safety car lap 2. We did not see Duca crash. It's unfortunate, but we had a decent qualifying session. Oh, the leader just got a drive-through penalty. That is super unfortunate for Pasti. A drive-through penalty for our race leader. After a wonderful pole, it is all tossed aside with a drive-through penalty. That is very difficult for Pazzi to have to deal with. Fire Dolphin in the pits. He also had a really good qualifying session. That is a shame. He'll be down towards the back of the field. There's a lot of people coming into the pits now, actually. Fire Dolphin coming into the pits. Our mate, Matthias Brockton. Let's get the details up. Oh, they're going to Inters. Fire Dolphin's going over to Inters. That's interesting. Our mate and Matthias Brockton put on fresh wets. So Fire Dolphin is going on the Inters. There's still a lot of puddling on this course, and the rain's still falling pretty heavily. So unless Fire Dolphin thinks that over the course of this next lap or two that this rain is going to subside enough while under the safety car, this is a big gamble from the Haas driver. Pasti will have to serve a drive-through penalty. Means F1 racer will effectively be your race leader. Field will bunch up. We should go green next lap. With the field the way it is. Just the back four markers have to catch the field now. And they should be doing that around sector 2, I think. So. Yeah, Fire Dolphin's got to be careful. He's on the Inters. And Mulchian obviously can't pass him under the safety car, but those Inters are not really going to be in a great position. It's not really time for them yet, I don't think. So just taking it careful. Trying to figure out really when it is going to be the time for the Inters. The racing line isn't as bad as off the racing line, but you can see there's still quite a bit of puddling on the track. And maybe that's the line here, is that if Fire Dolphin can stick to the racing line, there might be something in it there for these Inters. Only Matthias Brockton has to catch the field, so we'll see if he does just that, but it will be the safety car in this lap. Yeah, he's pretty much caught the field, Matthias Brockton. So we should be getting the notification in a second here. And there it is, safety car in this lap. We are going to return to green flag racing on lap 5. Pasti will bunch the field up. Remember, he has to serve a drive-through. When he serves it is on him. But he has to serve a drive-through penalty for speeding under the safety car. Does he dive into the pits right now? He might. No, he's going to go full flat out. And we are returning to green flag racing here. Mark's going to flying. Pasti still in the lead. And Fire Dolphin immediately down into P12, immediately P13. What's happened? Fire Dolphin struggling for grip on the Inters. The gamble has not paid. Running very wide there. You can see really struggling for grip on these Inters. He's gone too soon onto the Inters. And now the question is, when does Pasti decide to dive into the pits? One racer trying to stay on the tail, but no pressure to race him. Just got to keep Persegili at bay. Mulchian going to be passed here. Oh, look at his bunch up, by the way, for P9 through 12, really. The McLaren and the AlphaTauri side by side. The AlphaTauri gets loose, and the Red Bull has to pump the brakes. That slams Matthias Brockton into the back. But there was really no option for Mulchian to go because the AlphaTauri was losing it in front of him. And that'll be Matthias Brockton with a piece of the wing gone. Fired off and in the back, still struggling. Persegili goes fastest. Pasti's going into the pits for his drive-through penalty. And it is F1 Racer in the lead. Persegili 4/10 back. Super Jesse closing in on the Mercedes in front of him. He's got pressure from Solid Ninja Snake behind him as well. So Pasti and Phoenix. Pasti having a nightmare of a race. A drive-through penalty. He's down in the P12. Still recoverable from this position though. Phoenix has gone onto the, fired off and, no, it's Phoenix, I beg your pardon, who's gone onto the inters. He's the second driver to change over. And we are just a sixth of the way. We're about to be a sixth of the way through this race. F1 Racer has claimed the lead off the back of Pasti's drive-through penalty that's put him down in P12 after qualifying on pole. Persegili's up to P2. A lot of pressure here from Super Jesse. Or really from Solid Ninja Snake, I should say. F1 Racer goes purple. Armate with a pass on Solid Ninja Snake. The two McLarens are grouped up together. Maybe they could pick off the drivers in front if they work together. That's certainly the idea. Meanwhile, behind them, Pedro's giving a lot of pressure. Our mates managed to get around Rivershot, and now Solid Ninja Snake trying to follow through, and Solid Ninja Snake will do just that. A double pass from the McLaren team, and they get by Rivershot in the Mercedes. Super Jesse, their next target. Rivershot trying to get it back. At least one of the positions back, but Solid Ninja Snake's going to shut the door in this technical second sector. And that's going to be Rivershot sliding to the McLarens, both up a place each. Solid Ninja Snake got to try and stay in front, or stay close to the car in front, I should say. Because our mate wants to pressure Super Jesse. Also watching Mulchian. Mulchian could be making a move on Rivershot here. They are very close together. And the Red Bull trying to get the run on the Mercedes. Rivershot. He's already lost 2 places to the Mercedes. Is he about to lose a third to the Red Bull? And he gets off the line well, Rivershot. He gets out of that last turn well. But he will dive into the pits, Rivershot. He's going more than likely on to interest. Pedro is likely to follow as F1 goes purple again. And yes, Rivershot onto the inters. Watching Pedro to see what he does. Inters for him as well. Drivers switching over. You can see the puddling has started to subside. So inters are definitely more in play. The rain is a little bit lighter as well. Doesn't look it from that angle on the track, but certainly not as heavy. Question is when to make the switch over. Our mate trying to really pressure Super Jesse. He's lost his teammate a little bit in the process. 1.1 to 1.7 back now for Solid Ninja Snake, who has done well to fight off the Red Bull of Mulchian. Rivershot overtaken by Solid Ninja Snake. He's since dived to the pits for inters. Now looks like the right time to switch. I think the drivers that have just done so, and Rivershot and Pedro, might have a huge advantage here because they look like they've really picked the right time to switch. We'll see if drivers come around, but the back 4 are all on intermediates. Fired off a little bit too early, granted, quite a few laps early, but the leaders are pitting. And here comes Super Jesse and Armate. So the leaders are pitting. Enters the call. Let's look at this pit from F1 Racer. He is out. Pretty nice pit stop. Super Jesse also pitting. Solid Ninja Snake remains out. The quickest pit stop that looked. Ooh, a little bit of a tricky release there right in front of the McLaren. But almost everybody going onto the inside. It's only Solid Ninja Snake that stayed out on the wets. Certainly you got to think that our race leader will be coming into pit after this lap. Puddling definitely going off this track now. F1 Racer only 11.4 seconds back, too, and he's gaining a lot of time on these wets. This track's really dry, and Phoenix has just gone purple with the inters. He's in P13 as well, so arguably maybe a lap early for Phoenix, but caught up a little bit of time in with the pit stops. I'll tell you, caught up a lot of time, and that's Fire Dolphin. I take it back, Fire Dolphin. Don't watch the VOD back, brother. I take it back. He went early on the inters, and he made up the time on the pit stop. He's up to P4 now with those 6-lap-old inters. And Solid Ninja Snake is going to stay out on the wets, oddly enough. He is going to do another lap on the wets. He's losing a lot of time to F1 Racer behind him. Fire Dolphin's just gone purple on the inters. This has got to be a sign for Solid Ninja Snake to bring it in. Certainly you got to think. Keeping an eye on the intervals as well. We'll get you any fights as soon as we can see him. Any battles. We might have one now, actually, on Mulchian, on Rivershawn. Rivershawn, remember, he was overtaken by the 2 McLaren drivers. And now the Red Bulls having a look. Red Bull of Mulchian having a really good look. Very tight through this second sector right now. Almost pinned to that gearbox. Could potentially get the run out on him up the straight for the start of lap 11. We'll see if the Red Bull can keep it tight to this Mercedes. But Mulchian doing well here. Certainly you got to think the leader's going to be pitting. Solid Ninja Snake needs to be pitting here. He's lost 5 seconds over the last 2 laps to F1 Racer, who's on the intermediate tire. Certainly doesn't. No, he's going to stay out for another lap. Solid Ninja Snake refuses to come off the wets. And Persegili pipping F1 Racer's purple lap to grab fastest lap. Now here comes Mulchian. Does he have the run? It looks like he might. He's catching a little bit of ground. Can he go up the inside here, going down into the turn? He looks like he's going to want to. Can they keep it clean? And Mulchian trying on the inside, but he's got to try and get him on the switchback here. Does he have the run down into turn 4? He might. Is he going to look again on the inside? Yes, he is. Mulchian trying to get this pass made, and he just can't do it. Rivershawn just keeps the doors shut despite all the knocking, all the barging, the battering ram at the door, but Mulchian, the gates of 8th, or I should say Rivershawn, the gates of 8th place remain locked for now. Oh, that's a really good move up the inside here from Mulchian. Trying to get this place. The Mercedes has got to give him the space. And now Mulchian is the inside line. That is gorgeous racing from Mulchian. Safety car is out. We've just lost another vehicle, I think. Or is there debris on the track? Somebody has crashed. Is it Matthias Brockton? Yes, Matthias Brockton's lost his wing, which means we have a safety car. And Solid Ninja Snake will pit under it. This could help Solid Ninja Snake. He lost a lot of time staying out on the wets. But now he can pit under safety car conditions. Also coming into the pits is Fire Dolphin. Solid Ninja Snake is going straight to the hards. Mate, it might not be time for them. It might not be time for them, mate. I don't know what to tell you. He's kept his front end plate on, thankfully. But those hards are going to be ice cold. And this track is not dry. The racing line might be getting a little bit there. But it's nowhere near ready for these hards. And Solid Ninja Snake's going to be very careful. He's got to be very careful around these turns here on the hards. This is a big gamble from Solid Ninja Snake. Mediums for Matthias Brockton, by the way. And hards for Phoenix. So it is a swap over. And now Fire Dolphin's got to be careful. He can't pass him, but this car is going real slow and trying to catch the pit. I mean, look at it. It's slipping and sliding. Yeah, this is this might be a little bit early. We got another 2 laps before this safety car really comes in. trying to catch it now. They will catch quite a bit of it on the front straight. But, yeah, I mean, look at how hard he's got to fight this car to keep it on track. And he's done. He's pulled the plug. The gamble hasn't worked for Solid Ninja Snake. He is going back on the inters. Phoenix and Matches Brockton will stay on the hards, though. Right, hards and soft, respectively. So Solid Ninja Snake. Oh, he needs to replace the wing too. It looks like. Or is that just an issue? That might have been just an issue with the pit stop. So Solid Ninja Snake will come out in P11. And yeah, inters are still definitely the call. Let's check in on a Phoenix, by the way. Who, again, he's having the same issue. He's got to fight the car. There's a lot of, I'm wondering if we're still, I'm wondering when the safety car will come in. I think it's got to go another lap because, I mean, there's 3-4 cars that haven't catched the queue yet. And Passie's close. But it's going to be really difficult for Phoenix or Matches Brockton to get anything if this safety car decides to go. We are going to get another lap with it. But it's not going to wait for everybody. It's going to wait for much of the field. Matches Brockton taking a track extension penalty under yellow. Wow. That's just how much they've really got to fight the car. I mean, Solid Ninja Snake will catch the field. It's really on Phoenix here. Another dive into the pits? And a penalty. It's bad the worst for Solid Ninja Snake. And what is this going to be? It's going to be back on the hards. Let's see him just coming out of the pits. Matches Brockton with a 10-second time penalty for corner cutting. Wow. What has he done? He might have slid all the way across. He's having trouble keeping that car pinned. Phoenix is going to have to, I mean, the safety car's probably coming in this lap too. Matches Brockton's almost been lapped because of the pits, the pit stops. And he's really having trouble. These hards are not really going to be doing too well. Solid Ninja Snake has got to catch up. Phoenix has got to catch up. But I think the safety cars is probably going to come in this lap. And there's only 3 cars that haven't caught up to it. So, yeah, safety car in this lap. Not ideal if you're Phoenix, who are 40 seconds off the back of the safety car. Matches Brockton is 77 seconds off the back of the safety car. Solid Ninja Snake still 21.5 off the back of the field. And he's fighting hard as well. This doesn't seem like it's really going to be a great position for Solid Ninja Snake. They'll need another safety car to get anything out of this race, those bottom 3. Even the pit stops won't help it. It'll get Solid Ninja Snake back in the field, but it won't particularly do anything for Phoenix or Matches Brockton. Back to green flag racing, though. And we are underway. Again, the middle of the pack is the area with the heated battles. The Haas fired off, but trying to make a move up on the inside. Can't get it done on Rivershawn just yet. Mulchian holding on to P6. Rivershawn getting aggressive, but he's got to be careful. Fired off in the Haas behind him. Looking at that position, looking for any potential slip up, looking to take advantage. Look at how tight they are through these turns. Super Chessie also under a lot of pressure from Mulchian. Persegili trying to stay pinned to F1 Racer. Already a second between Iga, who's found himself up into P3, and Persegili. Look at how pinned to the gearbox this Red Bull is. Mulchian trying to do his best to get up into the top 5. Does he have the run coming around the turn? Matthias Brockton spun. That might be the race for him. Let's see. As Mulchian still in P6 around the Senna S. Another penalty for Matthias Brockton. And yes, he's retired. His race is done. So that is Matthias Brockton out of the race. 12 cars of the 14 remain. Keeping an eye on the R Deltas. Phoenix really trying to get something going there. Oh, is that Phoenix that's just crashed? Fire Dolphin trying to get something going here. Trying to look at P7. Sean really trying to hold on to P7, and now on the outside goes the Haas. He's still there, but just the door shut from Rivershawn. Can he get something going up the final, or up the straight, I should say, on the final turns? Oh, and that is Rivershawn that's just spun. Rivershawn is spun. He's around. Let's take a look at our mate now, trying to grab P3 off Iga. A lot of pressure from the McLaren, who just went purple in Sector 3. This McLaren. Iga and the Mercedes trying to hold on. Down to turn 4. Well, for now, Rivershawn with 3-second time penalties for track extensions. Not an issue so far because Solid Ninja Snake is 30 seconds back. Nothing doing here for our mate so far. Persegili staying with F1 Racer right now, who retains the lead. Asti had a drive-through penalty. And he's found himself in P9 after all the craziness. Over to Fire Dolphin for now. F1 Racer goes purple on the intermediates. Not quite time for the hards or for the dry tires yet, but it has stopped raining here in Interlagos. Our mate with a lot of pressure on Iga again. Arrest not enabled yet. We're going to be watching that as well. When do you come in for the dry tires? Solid Ninja Snake and Phoenix have them on currently. They're struggling a little bit here with them on, but they will be in a good position with the pit stops to gain at least 20-25 seconds back here on these drivers. It's not enough. The gap between Solid Ninja Snake and the rest of the field is 38. 3 pits for Solid Ninja Snake as well. Not done him any favors so far this afternoon. Had he stuck with the hards, it might have been a different story. But he came in after 1 lap of the hards, pitted back on the inters, then changed his mind again back to the hards, and it's cost him quite a lot of time. Watching this battle between our men. Let's go over to Fire Dolphin, who's really pressuring Mulchi, and F1 Racer purple yet again. The lap times keep getting quicker. F1 Racer trying to get this move done. Fire Dolphin trying to get this move done. He's just gone quickest, and he's going up the inside of Mulchian to make the move stick. A beautiful move from Fire Dolphin. Gets him up into P6. He's finally managed to find the run, to find the lap, to find the time. And he's got the fastest lap for his efforts as well. Purple in Sector 1 as well for Fire Dolphin. He's starting to really dial in some fast laps. He's got Super Jesse immediately in front of him, and he is pressuring him as well. Super Jesse has to be careful of what's in the rearview mirror. It is Fire Dolphin, and he is absolutely tearing up this track right now. Fastest lap and fastest first sector. Can he make it 2 for 2 in 2 laps? He could. He's got a good line coming out of this corner. He's stuck on the gearbox. F1 Racer going quickest. And Fire Dolphin comes into the pits. He's done on the inters. He is going to be in on the dries. Persegili's pit, Pedro's pit, Pasti's pit. It's time for dry tires. It's the mediums for Persegili. He's got to go 17 laps on them. What is Fire Dolphin going to select? He does the mediums as well. Mediums for all 4 drivers that have pit. You can see they're biting a lot. There's a lot more traction on them coming down the pit lane. It's a tricky pit exit here, actually, at Interlagos. You don't got the right tires on, you will very much be in trouble. There is a piece of debris on the track because I believe that is Rivershawn, who has lost a piece of his wing. Oh, he's lost his whole wing, Rivershawn. No safety car this time, but Fire Dolphin did hit it, and you always have to be careful. That can puncture a tire. F1 Racer purple through Sector 2. Looks like he could set a fastest lap. Is he going to dive into the pits, though, is the question, or is he going to stay out? His race competitor, his closest competitor in this race, and Persegili did come into the pits for the dry tires. Now F1 Racer does the spell. Persegili could undercut him. Let's see if he does just that. The top 4 into the pits. Super Jesse stays out on the inters. F1 Racer, that's a very quick pit stop, and he's on the medium tires. Everybody else that's coming behind him also on the medium tires. Rivershawn on the inters. Super Jesse on the inters. That's the last of the cars left on any sort of wet weather tires. Everyone else on the dries right now. Solid Ninja Snake and Phoenix, who went early. The gamble has not paid off. DRS is enabled now, and the track is pretty much dried up. You can see a little damp off the racing line, but definitely no more puddling as Super Jesse takes the race lead. Certainly got to think he'll be coming in for tires. Fire Dolphin here up on the outside of Mulchian, and he's got to make the pass twice, and he does make the pass twice. Fire Dolphin up into P6. Over half the race gone. And now Super Jesse, the last of the wet weather tires to pit, should be on the mediums himself. Persegili goes purple, and yes, medium tires for him. He will be. F1 Racers reclaim the lead, though. Fire Dolphin, look at that lap from him. He's up in a P6. He's having a monster race so far. P5 after passing Super Jesse, who's in the pits. So top 5 for Fire Dolphin. And he would love to close down our mate. He has just got to put some distance between him and Mulchian to break the DRS zones. He's got a whole middle sector to do that with. Let's go over to Pedro. Pedro looking at Pasti here. Remember, the pole winner, Pasti, who's now up to P8 after taking the early drive-through penalty. 2 safety cars so far in this race. One on lap 2. The other on lap, what was it, 12? And Pasti, after the drive-through that he got on lap 2, back up into P8. Pedro trying to pressure. Fire Dolphin has increased the gap. So Pasti, meanwhile, has passed Super Jesse, who is under pressure from his teammate. Pedro might be looking to pass here. DRS for both these drivers. Pedro right on the gearbox. He is looking for the pass. The Alfa Romeo's driving, racing, and it is Pedro that gets by Super Jesse for P8. Nice pass for Pedro. Teammates racing on the track. Our mate, meanwhile, trying to close the gap to Iga. 0.3 of a second between the two of them. The McLaren's been looking at this Mercedes all race long. Can he get something done? Perseguili goes quickest, 109.3. Really pressuring the race leader. We'll come back to that in a minute. Not enough straight here for our mate, but can he get him down into turn 4? "13 laps to go. Our mate's got the DRS. Is he going to go for it? Does not look like he has got the room. And our mate is behind the Mercedes for another lap. Pedro now trying to pressure Pasti in the Red Bull. What can he do through this middle sector? Can he make up time? That's where our mate is losing his time to the Mercedes in front of him. Pedro doing the same. He's lost a bit of time to Pasti here in the middle sector. The Red Bull keeping it tight through sector 2. That's been the difference so far. See if he gets him on the street. No, he's lost so much time. He's lost like half a second here, Pedro, this lap. So he'll have DRS, but he will not be close enough to make any sort of pass. DRS wide open. Our mate, meanwhile, has gotten by Iga. Finally, one lap we don't look at him. He gets the pass done. But yes, our mate, the McLaren, up into P3. Nicely done. Can he retain the spot is going to be the question. Iga would love to pressure him. Pedro's kind of fallen off the back of Pasti here, who could get free of the Ferrari, of the Alfa Romeo. Yellow flag sector 2. Is it Rivershawn? Rivershawn is spun. All's fine. No need for a safety car. No damage to the Mercedes. But Rivershawn could be well and truly out of this race. Perseguili trying to catch F1 racer here. He's managed to stay in front so far of the AlphaTauri. 11 laps to go here in Interlagos. F1 racer leads. That's a big gain there for Perseguili. Got it down to less than 0.3 of a second. He's got to keep it pinned through this middle sector. A lot of cars that are chasing seem to be having trouble keeping the time up through this, or keeping the intervals down through this middle sector. Perseguili dropping 1/10 and a half already. You can see they're dropping 0.2 in the middle sector. That might be the difference here. That might be what's kept F1 racer in the lead. DRS can only do so much for you. Wing is open. But again, it will not be a pass for Perseguili. He's just not close enough. And F1 racer might get some help too because he's caught Rivershawn. Blue flags will be out for Rivershawn here momentarily. There's a yellow flag in sector. Fire Dolphins crashed. And it's a safety. Is it a safety car? Are we getting a safety car? Fire Dolphin is out. That's going to be the question. Where is he? Oh, he's completely lost the wheel, everything. It is no safety car. As Pedro picks up a penalty, that might help Super Jesse if you can get the gap close. Right now, it looks like it's a virtual safety car, if anything. It's yellow flag in all 3 sectors. No safety car, though. Solid Ninja Snake into the pits. He's going to replace his hearts. He's going to go for the softs. He wants the extra point, I believe. Yes, he wants the extra point. Final race of the season. Might as well go for it. When do we resume racing is going to be the question. Solid Ninja Snake is down in P11 though. He's lost the position to Rivershawn. So not only does he, I mean, he's got to get 10th place if he wants the point. So we'll see if he can do just that. When does the yellow DRS is enabled? The yellow flag is over. We're back to green flag racing. Virtual safety car is done. Oh, Solid Ninja Snake is going to get it because he's past Fire Dolphin, who DNF'd on the track. That's a shame. Fire had some amazing laps. He was racing really well, and he's out of the race, unfortunately. 9 laps to go. It puts Phoenix within a single position of finishing in the points as well. Persegili trying to hold on, or trying to cut down this gap between him and F1 Racer. Also have to watch Iga, who wants his position back from Armate, but Armate trying to pull away. Oh, Ninja Snake on the sauce. What can he do? Can he catch Rivershawn? He's only 3 seconds up the road. He's got plenty of laps to do so. And Rivershawn's got a 3-second time penalty. 4 stops for Solid Ninja Snake, and to finish P9 would be amazing. Here's your lead changes. Fire Dolphin down 9, Max Duca down 6. They're both out. Phoenix up 3 from the starting position. He started 14th. Solid Ninja Snake where he started in 10th. Rivershawn is up 2 into 9th. Super Jesse up 4 into 8th. Nice race from him. Pedro down 1 into 7th. Pasty's lost the most positions. Down 5 into 6 from his pole position, but it's a good recovery drive, all things considered, from Pasty. Mulchian is where he started in 5th. Iga's gained the most in 5th place with in 4th place with a 5-position jump. Armate up 1 from 4th to 3rd. He's in the podiums. Persegili also gained the most. He's up 5 into 2nd place, just behind F1 Racer. There's your tires. Phoenix on the hards. Solid Ninja Snake on the softs. Everybody else on the mediums. So we watch the deltas here. Persegili and Iga the closest. Solid Ninja Snake trying to catch Rivershawn in front as well, by the way. Rivershawn has a 3-second time penalty. That's the softs that did the work. We asked, could the softs catch P9? And it's a big possibility because Rivershawn is right in front, and he's just got another 3-second time penalty as Rivershawn. So Solid Ninja Snake would love to do it on the track. He should be able to with the softs. Seven laps to go, too. Plenty of time. The question is, are the softs going to start to fall off? He put them on with about 9 laps to go, so do they begin to fall off is the question. He's going to have DRS. It should be easy as you like for this McLaren. Solid Ninja Snake. The wing is open, and he goes up the outside, and he will make the pass going down into turn 1. Solid Ninja Snake's got it on track, and he is up into P9. Solid Ninja Snake up a position from where he started. And a solid pass from him. Who's got the fastest lap? Persegili still got the fastest lap. Certainly Rivershawn, or certainly Solid Ninja Snake should be challenging that. Meanwhile, Persegili, again through this middle sector, has got to keep it tight. F1 Racer just finding the inches that keeps him ahead of Persegili. Watching that, Rivershawn losing time to Solid Ninja Snake, to be expected with Solid Ninja Snake on the softs. Iga trying to close the gap between him and Armate. Armate not really able to close the gap between him and Persegili. Wing open for Persegili, but again, the middle sector is where all of that time that's gained in the DRS zone is lost. Persegili not able to really just keep it tight enough to get a look at F1 Racer and the race lead. Persegili would love to have a race victory. He has been solid all season long. I just want to look real quick. Sorry. Has Persegili won a race? No, he's not won a race so far this season. Oh, I got to put OBS back. There we go. Now we're good. Sorry. OBS back on top. So, Rivershawn is gaining on Solid Ninja Snake, oddly enough. But Persegili not won a race so far this season. He's had quite a few second places, a few podiums. Nothing on the top spot. And F1 Racer is looking to maintain that. Iga lost quite a bit of time to R-Mate. He's now outside of a second. DRS not available for him. And that might be the curtain falling on a potential third place for Iga. He might be out of it now. R-Mate doing well to keep pace with the cars in front. So the gap has been around 4.95 seconds for much of this stint of the race. But with 4 laps to go, all eyes are on the championship winner, the championship leader, F1 Racer. He's had a phenomenal season so far. He has won 8 of the 15 races and podiumed at another 6. I should say podiumed at another 4, including 2 sprint race podiums. Looking to finish off by winning 9 of 15 here for F1 Racer in the top spot. He is 3 laps away from his 9th win of the season to close it out in style, to close it out in a champion's style. After what's been a wet and a wild Interlagos race. We started on the wets, we came in on the inners, we went to the dries. And F1 Racer's been clinical on all 3 sets. Through 2 safety cars and a virtual safety car. He's been just the dominant force in Brazil, much as he has been around the world. This 25th, landmark 25th F1 season. 1 with 4 to spare. For the German driver of F1 Racer. Looks to put the cherry on top of the silver anniversary season. 2 laps away now from finding victory lane, finding the top spot of the podium for a 9th time. Persegili can get close, but he's only been able to read the sponsors on the back of the wing all race long. It's been F1 Racer's second sector that's been the difference. And it continues to be. A fantastic race. Pasti dropped off from pole down to P12. He recovers to P6. Persegili jumps 5 to go P2. But he couldn't find that 6th position. Solid Ninja Snake pitted 4 times and still comes home with a points paying position. Final lap here around Interlagos. Final lap of the 25th season of AOR, and it starts, or it looks to finish how it started, with F1 Racer leading the field. Just half a lap to go for the German. who has been class all season long. Persecuted, certainly one to watch going into season 26. Fantastic drives from him joining halfway through the season. R8 with some solid drives. He's looking for his podium as well. He's looking to lock up that second place spot. He got it in. He got it locked in. Duke of DNF that gives Pasty P3 in the championship. But it's been F1 Racer that started the season with a win. It's been F1 Racer that finishes the season with a win as he wins here in Interlagos for the 9th time this season. Crossing the line first, Persecuted with another second place. R8 finishes third. It's Iga fourth across the line. A solid drive from him. Pasty comes P5 after a solid recovery drive. It is P6 for Mulchian. Pedro should cross the line as well. How many penalties does he have? He's got 3 seconds. That'll be enough to keep P7 for Pedro. A nice performance from him. Super Jesse will finish 8th. It'll be Solid Ninja Snake 9th, Rivershawn 10th, and Phoenix in P11 for your final standings of the season. F1 Racer, race winner and champion once again. As he takes the top spot, F1 Racer, for the 9th time. A winner here in Brazil. It is a wonderful race from Persecuted. His second place finish of the season and his 3rd podium to go with 2 4th place finishes. Really solid stuff from him. 18 points will put him on 75. He's going to jump Phoenix in P9, having only joined at Baku. Solid stuff overall. Let's get to your race director for your incidents, shall we? As we just want to go through them very quickly. For any final stewards inquiries that may come through. Again, that's the incidents. But lovely stuff from F1 Racer, who has finished in P1. Persecuted P2, R8 P3, Iga P4, Pasty P5, Mulchian P6, Pedro P7, Super Jesse P8, Solid Ninja Snake P9, he finished the lap down, Rivershawn P10, Phoenix P11, and then Fire Dolphin DNF'd, Matthias Brockton DNF'd, and Max Duca also DNF'd. That is the final race of the season. The season is done and over. Let's see if we have any interviews for our final. Let's see if we have any interviews for our final race this season. I don't know if we will. Driver's just getting sorted. Let's see. Nobody's joined yet, so we'll see if we can get an interview. Anyone that wants to talk here at the end of the season. But that is it for AOR Season 25. Done and dusted in the books. And just as an announcement, that will be it for me as well. I unfortunately will not be coming back next season. It just has been too tight a schedule for me. A lot of double bookings with other events. And so cannot commit the time, unfortunately, to the season. So AOR will be looking for commentators. So if you think you can commentate Formula One and the new game F1 23, by all means, give AOR a shout. You can message Ertie in Discord, ERTI, in the AOR Discord if you want. and I'm sure you would be happy to help out and bring you on. So Apex Online Racing looking for commentators going into season 26. So if you want to commentate, definitely try messaging Erdy, and hopefully have you come on the broadcast and commentate the next season of AOR. It'd be fantastic to do so. So we're looking forward to that if you are interested. And that is going to be that. I don't think anybody has come in for the interviews. Let me take a look. Nobody so far. And I don't think there was a ton of incidents to look at. Maybe a little bit on the start of the race with the wetness. Cars sliding around quite a bit. But that's it. Big thank you to our sponsors one last time here for Season 25, SIMSOK. It is the first product that takes away the stress of slippery feet and helps with your racing performance with cushion heels for comfort during endurance event, breathable panels, arch support, special Coolmax yarn that wicks away moisture, strategically placed unique grips on the bottom of the sock, which all means there are no more feet slipping off your pedals. Check them out at SIMSOK, SIMSOK.com. And then finally, of course, Driver 61 Sim Racing Academy. Big thank you to Driver 61 for sponsoring us. And it is going to be, let me see here. It is going to be, I believe it is a 25% off a consultation session and free coaching session when you use code AOR Driver61. Check them out, driver61.com. That's driver61, driver, the number 6, the number 1.com/sim-racing/D61-sim-racing-academy for that free consultation session. Thank you so much for watching all season long. We hope to be back broadcasting in season 26. It'll be with a new commentator. We look forward to that. But until then, thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful evening.